Hey everyone, in this video I want to show something that we've added in Cortex 2.5. Cortex 2.5 isn't released yet, but it's coming in a little bit over a month, maybe not quite a month. Sometime in November, Cortex 2.5 will land, and it will have something that we're calling submission forms, something like a portal, and it'll make it a lot easier to move from Cherwell to any other ITSM system. And some of this might come to other of our archive platforms as well. So not just Cherwell, but possibly ServiceNow and some of the other platforms that we work with. So without going on too long, let's just go straight to the demo. So here you can see I've connected to Cherwell. I have access to search and browse, just like I always have. But I also have some other menus here. Some you may have seen before. In particular, we're going to look at the data sources menu. And you'll notice this new item called submission forms. So right now there's nothing on it. Let's go fix that. So if I go over to edit data sources, you can see all of the different data sources that I've connected my system to. Some of these are systems that I'm archiving. Some of these are systems that I'm integrating with for email monitor and other automation. In particular, we're going to look at the Cherwell system. So let's go ahead and edit that. And go over to the submission forms tab. This is a new tab that's brand new in Cortex 2.5. And basically what it allows you to do is import forms from Cherwell and turn them into new intake forms, submission forms. And let's just go through it and then you'll see exactly what I mean. So I'm going to go ahead and import a group. And specifically, I'm going to choose the specifics forms in Cherwell because specifics forms are more or less what showed up in your service catalog for the different items that people might have an issue with and might want to submit information about. So I'm going to select that, and it's going to ask me a few questions. I'm going to choose portal default for all of the views, and that's probably what you're going to want for your specifics forms. We are making a change to this so that you'll only have to select it once, and then all of the forms will get pulled from the whichever view you've selected. So now you can see I have several submission forms set up, and let's go into Printer and just look at what that looks like. So inside of Printer, you can see we have a bunch of different fields, and these were pulled from the form. So the display label is pulled from whatever the label was in the form. Some of these make sense to continue to have on the submission form. Some of them don't. I'm just going to leave it as is so you can see what it looks like. But one thing that I am going to do is bump notes all the way up to the top. And then I'm also going to bump symptom or error all the way up to the top. All right, so we have symptom and error, and then notes, and then a bunch of troubleshooting steps, and then we're actually going to remove cause. And that should be good, right? A bunch of different things to check, and then some inputs for our users to put in. So I'm going to hit save, and then I'm going to go over to this save action screen. And what this allows you to do is configure a Cortex action to run when a user submits this form. So in this case, I want to do something pretty simple. I'm just going to create a ticket. And what we're going to do is create a ticket in our Halo system. Incident. Team, we'll say first line support. User ID, we'll leave blank. Summary, we're going to pull in the parameter, and it's going to be the symptom or error. Details, we'll kind of construct a body here. So symptom is, just paste that in again. Notes, grab notes. Now I could put in all of these as well, but for sake of time, I'm not going to put anything else. Category, we'll pick hardware printer. because that's what it is. Impact, we'll just say single user affected. Obviously, the technician can always modify this on the back end. Urgency, we'll say low. And closure code, obviously, we'll leave blank. All right, so with that, we'll hit save this action, and now let's save our new portal. Now let's go see what that looks like. And here we go. It actually looks like my screen sharing has frozen, so let me restart that real quick. Here we go. All right, so this is what the portal looks like. And you can see it pulls in the names of the specifics forms. Now, I chose specifics printer, so let's go ahead and fill that form out. You can see it shows the fields in the order that I selected. And I can say, well, it looks like I have some prompts already here. My printer doesn't work, not sure what's happening. And then if you're an admin, you can click test, and you can see basically what would be submitted. And you can also hit save. And give it a second. This is running the Cortex action kind of in the background. And then in just a minute, you'll get notified that the submission is complete and you'll get redirected. Now, that has now created a ticket in our Halo system. And that works with any of the systems that we have currently integrated with, so including Halo, GLPI, let's see, who else? Invigate. We're in the process of setting up connections with a few others. And then, of course, there's our API connection. So any system that has an API, you can send information off to as well. You can create records in basically any system. So that's the long and the short of submission forms. Basically a brand new way to create portals in Cortex, coming in Cortex 2.5. This is the very rough first version of it. I'm sure there will be improvements to it. I'd love to know your feedback, so leave comments down in the description and comments down below, or send me an email, schedule some time with me. We also have a Discord server and the Cortex users group that we host every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Links to all of that stuff is down in the video description. We'd love to see you at any and all of those different forums. I'd love to hear your feedback on this. And if you're moving from Cherwell to any other system, let us know, and we can certainly hook you up with this feature and maybe get you an early beta version of Cortex 2.5. We'll see. But yeah, let us know your thoughts. We're really excited about this. We think this takes Cortex even for the archive side to a new level, and we continue to add functionality like this that really starts to bridge the gap between Cortex Archive and Cortex Automate. So we're really excited about this. I hope you are too. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.